Welcome back to another edition of History in Your Own Backyard. I'm Danielle, and today we're going to learn all about the covered bridges of Dearborn County, Indiana. Come on, let me tell you all about them. There are about 1,600 covered bridges in the world today, with 96 of these bridges, or about 1/16 of the total, located right here in Indiana. At one time, there were over 12,000 covered bridges in the United States. Covered bridges began to appear in the United States in the early 1800s and were covered with a roof in order to protect the wooden floor of the bridge from the weather. Without a roof, the lifespan of a wooden bridge back then was only 10 to 15 years. With a roof, the bridges could and do last well over 100 years. Over the years, Dearborn County has had a total of at least 15 covered bridges. The last remaining covered bridge in the county, the Guilford Covered Bridge, was built in 1879 by Archibald Kennedy Sons. It is 104 feet long and originally spanned the east fork of Tanner's Creek, heading west into the town of Guilford. In 1860, the bridge was moved off of the roadway and just down the road into the newly formed Guilford Park. In 1893, the bridge was severely damaged by an arsonist and set with scorched timbers until it was restored in 1997. The restoration included security cameras and a sprinkler system, one of only 3 covered bridges in the state to be equipped with a fire suppression unit. In the 1940s, the Civilian Conservation Corps project added wood block pavement to the bridge decking. This was removed during the restoration in 1997. To the Triple Whipple Bridge, a covered bridge spanned this section of Lowry Creek from 1869 until 1878, when it collapsed into the creek below. The 94-foot-long Logan Creek Covered Bridge spanned Logan Creek from 1874 until 1962, when it was demolished to make way for I-74. Fortunately, the stone bridge abutments still stand to this day. The Long Necker Covered Bridge spanned the Whitewater River from 1874 until it was washed away in the flood of 1913. One bridge abutment still exists from this 300-foot-long bridge, with the other abutment being destroyed in the early 1960s when I-74 was constructed. In 1930s, a covered bridge spanned Tanner's Creek, where you can still find the stone bridge abutments. Thanks again so much for tuning in to today's edition of History in Your Own Backyard. Today we spent time in beautiful Dearborn County, Indiana, where we learned all about the covered bridges. We certainly hope that you enjoyed learning all about them. Remember, travel slowly and stop often. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.